Nebbiolo, the iron fist in a velvet glove. Nebbiolo is one of the most fascinating grapes in the wine world. It doesn't look powerful in the glass. Its color is often pale, even lighter than Pinot Noir, but don't let that fool you. On the palate, Nebbiolo is bold, structured, and long-lived. It's been called the iron fist in a velvet glove, delicate on the outside, but full of power underneath. Let's explore what you'll see, smell, taste, and feel when you drink Nebbiolo, and how the regions that grow it make all the difference. When you pour Nebbiolo, notice the color. Unlike Cabernet or Syrah, Nebbiolo isn't dark and opaque. Instead, it's usually a pale ruby with orange or brick edges, even when young. That lighter appearance often surprises people, because the wine itself is far more powerful than it looks. Now lean in to smell the wine. Nebbiolo's aromas are unmistakable once you get to know them. The most classic description is roses and tar. You'll often pick up floral notes, rose petals, violets, alongside something earthy and almost asphalt-like. Fruit aromas are usually red, cherry, raspberry, or strawberry. With age, Nebbiolo develops dried fruit, leather, tobacco, truffle, and earthy mushroom notes. The nose alone can feel like a journey. Take a sip, and this is where Nebbiolo reveals its true character. The fruit is red, cherry, raspberry, sometimes cranberry, but balanced by savory notes of herbs, dried flowers, or tobacco. The tannins are high, gripping your gums firmly. The acidity is also high, making your mouth water. The body is medium, but the structure is firm, giving the wine incredible longevity. On the finish, flavors linger long after you swallow, often shifting into dried fruit, leather, or earthy tones. Nebbiolo is all about contrasts. It looks pale, but it's powerful. It smells delicate, but it tastes firm. It feels elegant, but it grips your mouth with intensity. That's why it's such a favorite for serious wine lovers. Now let's look at where Nebbiolo grows and how those regions shape the wine. In Piedmont, Italy, Nebbiolo reaches its highest expression. The two most famous regions are Barolo and Barbaresco. Barolo is often called the wine of kings, king of wines. It's powerful, structured, and built to age. Expect flavors of cherry, rose, tar, and herbs, with tannins that can feel almost overwhelming when young. Barbaresco, just to the north, is slightly softer and more approachable earlier, but still deeply complex, with flavors of red fruit, roses, and earth. Other Piedmont regions also make Nebbiolo worth exploring. Lang Nebbiolo is often fresher, lighter, and more affordable, showing the grape's character without the long aging. Roero Nebbiolo tends to be softer and more floral. These are great entry points if you want to experience Nebbiolo without the price tag of Barolo or Barbaresco. Outside of Italy, Nebbiolo is rare but growing. Small plantings exist in California, Australia, and Argentina, but they often produce lighter, fruitier versions compared to Piedmont. If you want to experience Nebbiolo's true character, Piedmont remains the heart and soul of the grape. So who will enjoy Nebbiolo? If you love wines with elegance on the nose but power on the palate, Nebbiolo is for you. It's not a plush, easy-drinking wine like Merlot. It's not a fruit bomb like Zinfandel. Nebbiolo demands attention and patience. If you like floral aromas, red fruit flavors, and a firm, structured feel, this grape will captivate you. But if you prefer smooth, soft wines, Nebbiolo might feel too aggressive. Now let's talk food pairings. Because Nebbiolo has high tannin and high acidity, it pairs beautifully with rich, fatty, and savory foods. Think braised beef, roasted lamb, or hearty stews. In Piedmont, it's famously paired with truffle dishes, truffle risotto, pasta with shaved white truffle, or mushroom-based meals. Hard cheeses like Parmigiano Reggiano or Pecorino also work beautifully, as the fat softens the tannins. Vegetarian pairings include lentil stews, roasted root vegetables, and earthy mushroom dishes that echo the wine's complexity. Spotting Nebbiolo in a blind tasting comes down to its unique combination of pale color and strong structure. If you see a pale ruby wine with orange edges, smell roses and tar, taste cherry and herbs, and feel firm tannins with high acidity, you're almost certainly drinking Nebbiolo. Compared to Pinot Noir, Nebbiolo has much higher tannins and acidity. Compared to Sangiovese, it's more floral and more structured. Let's talk shopping. If you want powerful, long-lived wines with deep complexity, look for Barolo. If you want something slightly more approachable but still serious, go for Barbaresco. If you're looking for value, try Lang Nebbiolo or Roero. They offer many of the same aromas and flavors at a fraction of the price. Here's the takeaway. Nebbiolo is not an easy wine. It's demanding, structured, and often needs food to show its best side. But if you give it time and attention, it rewards you with elegance, power, and complexity unlike almost any other grape. So the next time you pour a glass of Nebbiolo, don't be fooled by the pale color. Inhale the roses and tar, taste the cherry and herbs, feel the tannins grip, and notice how the acidity makes your mouth water. That's Nebbiolo, the iron fist in a velvet glove.